Welcome to Newsish, the podcast where we break down the headlines, give you the real deal, and keep things fresh. I am your host, Cecily, bringing you the stories that matter with a twist that keeps it fun and engaging. Let's dive in. U.S. v. Sean Combs, Day 14 Trial Transcript.
Judge Subramanian. Mr. Steele, how much longer do you have on cross?
Combs Steele, at least until lunch, maybe after.
Judge. We're not going to have 15 more Instagram posts?
Steele, I can't promise that.
Judge. Defense on the elevator hallway video. You are objecting to showing the versions we discussed?
Defense. Yes, it shows Mr. Combs running 30% faster than really happened. It's prejudicial. We let AUSA Smizer know how we will cross the expert.
Judge. Let's have Mr. Garcia.
Garcia enters courtroom.
AUSA, did you receive a subpoena to testify at this trial?
Garcia, yes.
AUSA, do you intend to invoke your Fifth Amendment rights?
Garcia? Yes.
AUSA, have you seen the proposed immunity order?
Garcia, yes.
AUSA, Your Honor, on that basis, we propose you sign the immunity order. Done.
Judge. Bring in the witness, Mia.
Mia takes the stand.
Judge. All rise.
Jury enters.
Judge. Mr. Steele, you may proceed.
Combs Steele, show DX 1750.
AUSA Smizer, Your Honor, we renew our objection.
Judge. Mr. Steele, are we just going to show this video? You haven't laid any type of foundation. Take the video down.
Combs Steele, did you work as an assistant to someone?
Mia. Maybe 2008 or 2007. I'm not sure.
Combs Steele, you had a resume saying you had the ability to multitask and had thick skin. Mia. I'm not sure I wrote that. Combs Steele, that you were able to deal with uncomfortable situations 24/7. AUSA Smizer. Objection. Reading for document not in evidence.
Judge. Overruled.
Combs Steele, did you use this as your CV?
Mia. Looks like it.
Steele 1753R for admission.
Judge. Admitted.
Steele, you went to James Madison University? It's a well-known institution?
Mia. Sure.
Steele, then you were a design assistant?
Mia. Yes.
Combs is Steele. In 2008 to 9, you say you provided round-the-clock support, all personal and professional needs. Keeping passports? They were all collected?
Mia. I don't exactly remember. I didn't travel.
Steele, but you traveled with Mr. Combs' companies.
Mia A. Oh, yes.
Combs Steele. So when you said they had your passport, they had every passport, true?
Mia. Yes.
Steele, you are a strong person?
Mia. I'm good at teaching people, not necessarily at enforcing things.
Steele, you're a leader?
Mia. I don't know about that.
Combs Steele, you speak up for yourself?
Mia. Number.
Steele, but you empower other people, true?
Mia. Yes.
Steele, let's look at your text messages in 1730 at CQ.
Mia. I sound like me.
Steele, show the jury 1733. You left Mr. Combs' employ by March 2017. Mia, yes. Combs is Steele. What did you wrote to Mr. Combs for Christmas 2018? Please read it.
Mia. Merry Christmas, I love you, and the New Year's. I had just seen him at Kim's funeral.
Steele, you reached out to him?
Mia. Absolutely.
Combs is Steele. This 2019 message?
Mia. I wrote, I had a nightmare I was being chased by R. Kelly and you saved me.
Steele, the person you say raped you saved you? A USA objection.
Judge. Need to rephase.
Steele, here, what did you write?
Mia. sending you all the love in the world.
Combs Steele, you were not in his grip anymore.
Mia, it's psychological.
Steele, why do you keep referring to psychology? Why did you do this? Kim Porter's tragic death was 5 months before. Shy, were you reaching out to Mr. Combs?
Mia, 5 months is not a lot.
Combs Steele, what didn't you understand that Mr. Combs was brutal to you? How did you write this?
AUSA, objection, argumentative.
Judge, Mr. Steele, let's have a very brief sidebar.
They've back.
Combs Steele, now May 14th, 2020, and you texted to Mr. Combs. What?
Mia, my heart is broken about Dre. In my spirituality, I know that when people are done with the physical world, it's that they have completed their mission. I love you.
Combs Steele, what's this about?
Mia, he auditioned for the James Brown part that Chad Boseman got. I told Puff I'd email him videos of his audition.
Steele, you carried about a video camera?
Mia, he required me to do it. Pre-iPhone, I was required.
Combs Steele, do you have any footage of Mr. Combs berating you?
AUSA Smizer, objection.
Judge. Overruled.
Mia, I would not have been allowed to record that.
Steele, do you have anything about Mr. Combs berating you?
Mia, it would have violated confidentiality.
Combs Steele, you have no text messages.
Mia, they showed me one on direct.
Steele, showing what?
Mia, Puff saying fuck it, let's go to war.
Steele, nothing else?
Mia, only reaching out to other people in the office, things others had seen.
Combs Steele, what did you write here?
Mia, I wrote, we had so many funny memories. OMGGG.
Steele, anything in your phone about being brutalized by Mr. Combs?
Mia, I don't think so.
Steele, how would we find out?
AUSA Smizer, objection.
Judge. Sustained.
Combs Steele, Mia, didn't you have time away from Mr. Combs to write, "Today he sexually assaulted me"?
Mia, I did not have time and would not have written that.
Steele, August 29th, 2020, he wrote to you, "Glad you're well, love. Please send me the footage for the doc." Combs Steele, Mr. Combs let you go from your employment?
Mia, I don't know why. It was confusing. I was called back.
Steele, here he says, he'll only remember the good times.
Mia, yes.
Combs Steele, it's 2020. The Me Too movement is strong for 2 years. You could say, I remember the bad times, right?
Mia, I would never have said that.
Steele, because it's not true.
AUSA Smizer, objection.
Judge. Overruled.
Steele, you wrote what?
Mia, love you too. Mia, I wrote so many crazy things, like Mick Jagger trying to take me home, and that Baccarat game, my pink bedazzled iPhone. There are trillions of stories. Of course I'll send to you. I was bamboozled by Heather. Remember the scrapbook I made you. I've got you.
Combs Steele, why didn't you write "You bamboozled me"?
Mia, because I was brainwashed.
Steele, by whom?
Mia, Puff.
Steele, how did he bamboozle you with a part of his body in your, without your consent?
AUSA Smicer. Objection.
Judge. Sustained.
Combs Steele, what does brainwashing mean?
Mia, the highs were really high and the lows were really low. I was punished whenever Puff was violent, making me believe I had done something wrong. He was praised by the public.
Combs Steele, you were aware of the Me Too movement, no outcry out of you. Why?
Mia, he said he was going to tell Cassie what happened. I internalized blame and shame.
Steele, who threatened to tell Miss Ventura about Mr. Combs supposedly sexually assaulting you? A. Puff. Combs is steel. Why didn't you respond great? Let's tell everyone what you did to me.
A USA objection.
Judge. Sustained. Let's move on.
Steel, you said you have a moral obligation to speak up.
Mia, now I do.
Steel, why not in 2017? Mia, I was brainwashed. Combs Steel, when did you first say, me too?
Mia, when I first saw him being held responsible. Now I have therapy.
Steel, Mr. Combs wrote, I gotta find that. You got a copy. What does it refer to?
Mia, I think he means the James Brown video.
Steel, scrapbook.
Mia, I wrote, I think I have PDFs. I think I gave it to you for a B-day in your house on Mapleton. I customized that purple leather suit so you could walk not giving an F. If y'all can't find it, I will. But I didn't.
Combs Steel, you had a PDF?
Mia, I thought so.
Combs Steel, what did you write here?
Mia, my grandmom went into hospice, so I have to fly out. I have to miss your event here in my hometown. C'est la vie. Fucking crush it and make history. Heart emoji.
Steel, deepest sympathy for your grandmother.
Mia, thanks.
Combs Steel, what was this about?
Mia, there had been some terrible event with the police. Farrell organized an event to change the narrative of Beach Week, which I think is a college thing.
Steele, you wanted to see Mr. Combs.
Mia, I did not. I only said so. Mia, my hometown of Virginia Beach doesn't usually get this type of attention.
Combs Steele, you're telling the jury you were scared of Mr. Combs, true?
Mia, true. I was scared of him when he was scary.
Steele, listen to 1750 and tell me if you recognize it. Combs Steele, move to admit 1750 and 1750R.
Judge. Ms. Smyser?
AUSA. Smyser, we object. The proper basis for admission has not been established.
Judge. Let's have a sidebar.
They've back.
Judge. It may be admitted?
They've back.
AUSA. Until now had been objecting to exhibits and turning over private correspondence of this witness. We have now sat through hours of humiliating cross. Mr. Steele has insulted this witness, saying things like God forbid after things she said. AUSA. One by one, Your Honor let the exhibit in. But now, cumulatively, we have reached harassment. Given the tone, we do not think continuing this is appropriate. She has carried herself with grace. This is adding to trauma. Eyes are on this trial. AUSA. Other victims in other trials will become aware of this.
Judge. I have not seen yelling. My understanding is that his God forbid is an apology, not an attempt to intimidate. But the argumentative questions, is Mr. Steele here? You're repeating yourself? Judge, if I feel you are asking questions just to ask them, I'm going to tell you to move on. Understood?
Combs Steele, I understand.
Judge, I don't see improper treatment here, Ms. Comey, but I will continue to watch.
Steele, I saw photographs. 1799, 1 to 25.
Judge, can I see them?
AUSA. We don't have stamped versions of these.
Judge, do you have the photos?
AUSA, yes, but we won't know which one you are referring to.
Judge, Mr. Steele, why don't they have stamped copies of these?
Steele only saw this morning.
Judge, just show them to me one by one. Next. Next. Mr. Steele, what is the relevance?
Combs is Steele, impeachment. She said she had no time for herself to tell others. These images show Mia with friends and family over these years.
Judge, why would baby showers have relevance? Why not just ask questions about this? Why show these?
Combs Steele. Because I like to do the impeachment that way?
Judge. Absent any further showing, they are excluded.
Steele. Admit them for the record?
Judge. Number
Combs Steele. We want them in if there is an appeal.
AUSA, we'll put them in the case file. That's how we handle it.
Steele. I asked Mia, "You still have friends?" And she said, "I did not see them. I did not have an external sounding board." She said, "There was no time."
Judge. The problem is putting in the post. They are not relevant, and they are cumulative. You already spent a lot of time to the scrapbook. Please bring Mia back in. All rise, Combs Steele. You and Ms. Ventura were best friends, fair?
Mia, yes.
Combs Steele. You said she was your sister?
Mia, yes.
Steele. You loved her?
Mia, absolutely.
Steele. And you feel the same way today?
Mia, yes.
Steele. You would never lie to her?
Mia, Puff didn't allow me to tell her things like where he was, anything he said.
Combs Steele. Was Ms. Ventura in love with Mr. Combs?
Mia, I thought so.
Steele. Did you ever tell her the person she loved raped you?
Mia, number.
Steele. Do you remember telling her Mr. Combs's brain need to be rewired?
AUSA, may we have a sidebar?
Judge. You may.
They've back. Combs Steele. Why would you cover up from Mr. Combs to Ms. Ventura? Why writing that Mr. Combs is just misunderstood?
A USA objection.
Judge. Rephrase.
Steele. Did you tell Ms. Ventura she needs to stay with Mr. Combs?
Mia, I don't remember that. Mia, he could find out what I was telling her.
Combs Steele. How?
Mia. He had stolen my phone and Cassie's phone many times. He's put tracking devices on her car.
Steele. But you were alone with Ms. Ventura.
Mia, yes.
Steele. You sued Mr. Combs for $10 million?
Mia. It was a mediation. My lawyers ended up getting $200,000.
Combs is Steele. You got $200,000?
Mia, yes.
Steele, please look at the screen. Is that you social media account?
Mia. Looks like a text message. Sounds like me.
Steele, your text to Mr. Combs.
Mia. I don't remember sending this. Combs is Steele. You are in a tutu, and Mr. Combs appears to be holding his private parts. In Ms. Ventura's lawsuit, she alleged sexual abuse. Mia. Yes.
Steele, why did you still communicate with Mr. Combs?
AUSA objection.
Judge. Sustained.
Combs Steele. Did you meet these prosecutors in January 2024?
Mia. I may have. I don't remember the timing.
Steele. Did you tell them Mr. Combs sexually assaulted you?
Mia. I don't remember when I told them.
Steele. Did you get a lawyer?
Mia. Yes.
Combs Steele, the lawyer, who had 45 days earlier obtained an enormous judgment.
AUSA objection.
Judge. Sustained.
Steele. Why did you hire her?
AUSA objection.
Judge. Sustained. Let's move on.
Steele. You only first alleged sexual assault in June 2024?
Mia. I don't remember the timing of things. The rest I can't go into. I understand it's privileged.
AUSA objection.
Judge. That's sustained. Let's have a sidebar.
They've back.
Combs Steele. Let's talk about Prince's party. You said you had no permission to go there, but you knew many people who knew Mr. Combs would be there?
Judge. Rephrase.
Steele. Did you wear a disguise?
Mia. Number.
Steele. Any photo of a chase?
Mia. Number. Combs Steele. You say you and Ms. Ventura got on a paddleboard into a storm? Mia. Yes.
Steele. Any recording of that?
Mia. Number.
Steele. Any note or text message to prove it happened?
Mia, I don't think so. We were on a paddleboard.
Steele. Did you make it up?
Mia, number?
Combs. Steele. You said you had no time with family. Did you ever go to events with your family and friends?
Mia, sporadically over 8 years, but few and far between.
Steele. Weddings?
Mia, sister and best friends, I believe.
Steele, Halloween?
Mia. I don't remember.
Combs, Steele. You had times with others, right?
Mia. I had to be in communication 24/7. I was never outside his grip.
Steele. Outside of the work environment, why couldn't you explain the abuse you say you were experiencing?
Mia. It's more complicated than that.
Combs is Steele. Isn't it true that other than the few times Mr. Combs was violent with Ms. Ventura, which is never okay, you were comfortable with Mr. Combs? Judge, you'd have to rephrase. Steele, you never advised Ms. Ventura to leave him?
Mia. Number.
Combs, Steele, until 2024, you never told anyone you were sexually abused?
Mia. Unless it was to my privileged therapist, that's true.
Steele, could you waive that privilege?
AUSA. Objection.
Judge, move on. Steele, you joined the Me Too money grab against Mr. Combs?
AUSA. Objection.
Combs, Steele, you knew Ms. Ventura received money from her lawsuit against Mr. Combs?
Mia. It was public.
Steele, but you speak with Ms. Ventura?
Mia. Never about anything I discussed with the government.
Steele, how would we know that?
AUSA. Objection.
Judge, sustained. Combs, Steele, let me show you documents. Read it to yourself. And Your Honor, could we have a sidebar? Judge, yes.
Sidebar ensues.
Judge, jurors, you can leave.
Jurors leave. And
Judge to Mia, when we come back, you will be shown documents. Have a good break.
Mia leaves.
Combs Agnafilo will talk with the government over the break about the witness's lawyer.
Judge, okay.
Okay, they're back.
Judge, Mr. Steele, you may proceed. Combs, Steele. Mia, were you able to review over the bread some of your interviews with prosecutors?
Mia. Yes.
Steele, and you didn't mention sexual abuse until June 2024?
Mia. I don't remember the dates.
Combs, Steele, did you give all your materials to the government? Mia, I gave them to my lawyer. They gave them to the government. Steele, look at this one. Combs, Steele, in these notes, did you raise sexual abuse to the prosecutors?
A USA. Objection. Improper refreshment.
Judge overruled. Steele, did you raise it in January of 2024?
Mia. Definitely not in the first meeting. Mia. I don't remember each specific meeting, but I definitely didn't raise it the first meeting.
Combs, Steele, and in this next document that you just reviewed, Judge, just ask her if her recollection is refreshed.
Mia. No, not to the specifics.
Combs, Steele, you never mentioned sexual abuse until you hired lawyer Sean Crowley.
Mia. I have no idea when I first mentioned it, except that it was after I had representation.
Steele, you intend to sue Mr. Combs for compensation? You want money?
Mia. Number.
Combs is Steele. Who have you worked for since?
Mia. Madonna.
Steele. For how long?
Mia. 8 months. From April 2019.
Steele. When you did that, did Mr. Combs assist you in getting that job?
Mia. Absolutely not.
Combs is Steele. So you were not blacklisted?
Mia. Number.
Steele. No retribution?
Mia. He took away the TV show, the credit I was promised.
Steele. You told the jury you were surprised you were let go, right?
Mia. I did.
Steele. You were let go for drinking.
Mia. Number.
Combs, Steele. You remember Ms. Ventura's video called Official Girl?
Mia. Yes.
Steele. And King of Hearts and her song with Nicki Minaj, The Boys? Steele. And King of Hearts and her song with Nicki Minaj, The Boys?
Mia. Yes.
Steele. And Nicki Minaj is well known?
Steele. And Nicki Minaj is well known?
Mia. Yes.
Combs Steele. And Ms. Ventura did the song Numb with Rick Ross?
Mia. She did.
Steele. And I Love It with Fabulous?
Steele and I Love It with Fabulous.
Mia. Yes.
Steele. And do you remember Ms. Ventura being in Studio Kid Cudi?
Mia. I don't remember the specifics.
Steele. And do you remember Miss Ventura being in Studio Kid Cudi?
Mia. I don't remember the specifics.
Steele. And Mr. Combs himself?
Mia. Yes.
Combs Steele. The TV show you mentioned. What was it to be about?
Mia. My experience.
Steele. How a person from a small town dealt with a person such as Mr. Combs.
Mia. A comedic version.
Combs Steele. What other films do you work on?
Mia. Dope, Lawless, Undefeated.
Steele. You enjoyed the projects?
Mia. Yes.
Steele. And you called the people a second family?
Mia. We all called it that.
Combs is Steele. You thought Mr. Combs was a genius?
Mia. At the time.
Steele, you wanted to continue to work with Mr. Combs, right?
Mia. I wanted to continue following my dream.
Combs Steele. Do you, if Mr. Combs' company put more money into promoting Miss Ventura than any other of its artists?
Mia. I didn't absorb everything.
Steele. Who is Jason Wiley?
Mia. He worked for the record label.
Steele. In budgeting, right? Combs Steele. Do you recall being given the opportunity to have your therapist notes be seen by the parties?
AUSA. Objection.
Judge. Sidebar.
They're back.
Combs is Steele. You never called law enforcement, right?
Mia. I did not.
Steele. You said when you were stopped while speeding in L.A., Mr. Combs got you out of it. You remember?
Mia. I do.
Steele. Did you ever think of calling anonymously?
Mia. Number.
Combs is Steele. When you say Mr. Combs hurt your arm, did you seek medical help?
Mia. No, I would not have been allowed.
Steele. Did you take photos?
Mia. Number.
Steele. Did you scream?
Mia. Number. I was in shock.
Combs. Steele. Before the 5 days you say you were awake, did you ever stay awake that long? Mia. Absolutely not. Steele. You testified you would give up all of the money if there had not been sexual abuse. Any discussion that you will make money by testifying?
Mia. Number. Mia. No, that's not even a thing.
Combs Steele. Your Honor, can I set up those other matters?
Judge. Yes, we'll break for that.
Jury leaves. Witness leaves.
Judge, we'll reconvene.
They're back.
Combs Steele. Nothing further.
Judge, member of the jury, do not consider any of the testimony about this witness's communication with her therapist. Ms. Smizer?
AUSA. Smizer. Mia, was posting to social media part of your job?
Mia. Yes.
AUSA. As part of that, did you post on your personal Instagram account? Mia. Yes. AUSA. What did Mr. Combs do if he thought you were not doing your job?
Mia. I'd be yelled at and humiliated.
AUSA. Did other employees also post for Mr. Combs' birthday? Mia. Yes. AUSA. The birthday video, was it for Club Diddy? Mia. Yes. USA. Did Mr. Combs co-own the water you were drinking, and did you say Revolt, the project you worked on at the end? Mia. Yes. AUSA. You posted about the good, not bad times? Mia. Yes. AUSA. Why did you want to make the person who abused you happy? Mia. When he was happy, I was safe. AUSA. Were you worried about your physical safety? Mia. Yes, I'd been abused by Puff before I knew his wrath. AUSA. Did you engage a pro bono lawyer? Mia. Yes. AUSA Smister. Why did you meet with the government so much? Mia. So my story could be understood. AUSA. Why were you terrified?
Mia. Of Puff and the repercussions.
AUSA. Did the government tell you want to say?
Mia. Number. Only to tell the truth.
AUSA? Smiser, how do you feel about public speaking?
Mia. Terrified.
AUSA. Can you explain that, given that you've been in comedy?
Mia. I had Puff's permission for that.
AUSA. Any comparison to testifying about Mr. Combs's sexually assaulting you here?
Mia. None.
AUSA? Smiser, why are you here today?
Mia. If not, I couldn't look my goddaughters in the eye and ever advise them what to do in this situation.
Judge, Mr. Steele, any recross?
Combs Steele. No, sir.
Judge, Mia, you may go, unless you want to stay. Smiles. Mia leaves. Judge, next witness.
AUSA. The government calls Sylvia Oken. Where do you work? Oken. The Beverly Hill Hotel for 17 years. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing. AUSA. How do reservations work? Oken. A system called Opera. AUSA. Does Opera link a customer's alias to their real name?
Oken. Yes.
AUSA. And this one, who is it really?
Oken. Sean Combs.
AUSA. Can a guest change his or her alias?
Oken. Yes.
AUSA. How is this paid for?
Oken. It's to T. Fletcher at Bad Boy. Paid by Amex of Sean Combs.
AUSA. What's this?
Oken. The folio or bill for room 259. AUSA. What's his? Oken. A $500 charge for oil damage.
AUSA. No further questions. Cross-defense, the accompanying guest was Cassie Ventura.
Oken. Yes.
Defense, nothing more.
Judge, is that a good place to let the jury go for the day?
Yes, okay, jurors. See you tomorrow.
Jurors leave.
Judge, who's next?
AUSA. Eddie Garcia for an hour and a half. Then, we think, the video expert. Witness Jane will be having an international flight, so we'll try to get her on before.
Judge, until tomorrow.
That's it for this episode of Newsish. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. Stay informed, stay curious, and I'll catch you next time.